So, after 6 years of stuffing the New Zealand people royally with a prize-winning leak, Jacinda Ardern has decided to step down. To be honest, from what I'm gathering from some of the people that were speaking over there, she didn't have a chance of getting back in anyway, and she's done the World Economic Forum's work for them. Do you know, it's kind of funny, really, when you look at it. All the recent prime ministers in the UK that decided to jack it in and sack the job early but still get the pension, you know what I mean? They were all members of Klaus Schwab's babes, the younger generation of leaders that are totalitarian in their way. And Jacinda Ardern's no different. After the shooting over there, the crackdown on weapons, the welcoming of Islam, the loving of immigrants, and every other policy that she brought about to condemn the people of New Zealand to a more miserable future, she's realised that she cannot go any further, that there is no more left. She says there's no more fuel in the tank. You mean any sort of credibility that you had has gone out the credibility tank, and that you don't stand a chance in hell of getting re-elected, so you decide to step down so that they can put in another new, young and exuberant leader from Klaus Schwab's group or den of iniquity, and that person will go on until their credibility is lower than a snake's backside. Is that how it works? Or is that what's going to happen? I suggest that's probably what is going to happen. I don't trust that woman any further than I could throw her, and there was no chance she'd have stepped down until there was nothing else left. And it's not burnout. A narcissistic sociopath like that lives on the drug of power. So half of those tears will be that I am no longer the all-seeing, all-prevailing, all-knowing, all-giving, all-taking one. It's starting to sound slightly like that other cult, the all-seeing, the all-knowing, the all-providing one. Never mind. So, yeah, she didn't want to step down, make no bones, although she says she is. I do wonder which lovely they're going to throw up in its position to take over. Is that person a Bilderberger? Is it part of the World Economic Forum? Is it some love child of Klaus Schwab? Klaus Schwab himself, his position's a little bit, precarious at the moment, because many people are suspecting that he should offer up a successor, because he's not exactly the youngest chicken out there, is he? And they're kind of thinking that when he kicks the bucket, as I said in my other video, which is on my other channels, we've put out videos on all channels today, that basically they're saying over there in Davos at the moment, when he kicks a bucket, it will cause loads and loads of arguments about who's going to get the next, or to be the next leader, the power, the reins, call it what you want. So there you go, Jacinda. Maybe, Jacinda, you can have 10 minutes break and then go on to lead the World Economic Forum. I mean, let's be honest, you're tried and tested. They know that you'll do whatever it is that the World Economic Forum wants. Maybe that you can help shape this new sovereignty usurping rulage that they're going to try and bring out, that under a catastrophe, a health pandemic, whatever, which they can then themselves declare rather than the actual host nation do, then maybe under said declaring of an emergency, that you can then, under those laws and legislations that you'll bring about, take over the sovereignty of that country while that health thing that you've declared is going on. I think you'd like that, wouldn't you, Jacinda? Just think of that. You could just go and say, I don't know, France or Great Britain, or I don't know, take your pick, is now having a health tragedy. There's an emergency going on. I don't know. Doris down the road's got the snivels and her cat looks a bit sick. Fine, call a lockdown. Maybe that's how it's going to work, and at which point you can then decide to enact certain, I don't know, actions which are wholly unconstitutional and pretty much against most people's civil liberties. What do you reckon? Would that work? Is that what you're thinking? I reckon maybe. Anyway, I can't say I'm sad to see it go. I'm just more dubious and worrying about whatever is put in its place, because these things usually get replaced by something that looks better to start with, but generally is worse. If you look at history. History is a lovely thing. It kind of grasses up the future, because the future usually tends to be a repeat of the past in many ways, just a little bit more steroids. So there you go. Anyway, I hope you're liking what I'm doing. If you do, press the button. That's what it's for. And if you like it even more, why not consider subscribing, liking, subscribing, sharing even. Give this one out to the family, see what they think. I don't know, maybe you won't be invited to the next Christmas. Maybe that's a bonus. Who knows? Anyway, I'm off to cause more havoc somewhere else. So remember, all three channels, I've done at least one video today. So there's the Simon Evans channel. That's the more conservative type. There's the Rev on the Rant. And there's the Reverend Simon Sideways. I haven't found anything yet for Man Up. If you've got a topic that you want me to talk about on the Man Up channel, maybe come to my Discord, post a link in there. The link to the Discord's in the description, like everything else. And if you have been supporting this channel, I've found out where you've been supporting, and that's just paid this week's rent. So thank you very much to all of you. And I have messaged you. I didn't realise so many people have supported me on Ko-fi. Thanking you massively. Also, there is another platform that I was totally unaware about. Look, I can do the videos all day long, but when it comes to technology and other stuff like that, I'm a complete idiot. I'll be honest. So there's Locals that has been helping, and I've got to find a way of getting that paid out because nothing's set up for that. $60 is nevertheless $60, and it is a help. So we're trying to set these things up. The other things are all in place, thank God. But yeah, I'll punt the content out all day long. But when it comes to technology, that's why I need some brain box sat in front of all of these screens where I am, and I'll sit in front of the camera and they can do this part, and we'll get through a lot more in a day. I can tell you that much. Thank you to Alan Dave. He named himself that, not me. For helping infinitely, and to everybody else in there that has helped and that's continuing to help. Yeah, thank you. I don't say it enough, but I do mean it. Anyway, all right, let's go and knock this one on the head and crack on to the next. See you in a bit.